Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with you today with a bonus video tutorial for the Flowering Foils Coronation Week card set. That was kind of a mouthful. So if you're on my channel or you're a subscriber, then you know this whole past week I have been doing fun, simple little cards with you each day. And they feature the So Sentimental Bundle Stamp and Die Set and Tasteful Textures Stamp Set and the Flowering Foils Designer Series paper. So I mentioned in yesterday's video that I may have to come up with a box to put them in because I think they make a great gift. And so I decided to do that, and I wanted to share the video tutorial with you because you've been following with me all week long. Surely you deserve a treat. And I hope that you will be able to use this and that it will encourage you to create the cards, create the box, and gift it away, because who doesn't like a gift now and then, especially unexpected ones, for no reason whatsoever other than just to say your friendship is a blessing. Okay guys, let me show you the box. So it's just a simple box, okay? But as you know, if you've been following the video tutorials, the front of it matches the cards perfectly. I'm not going to show you the cards because I'm going to hope that you have been watching all week long. And if you haven't and you're dying to know what the cards look like, then you can go back to the videos, and I'll post their links down in the description below so that you'll be able to find everything all together, especially just in case you're coming back at a later date and want to make this project. So it's very cute. This is a wonderful, wonderful gift for somebody. Okay, so let me put the lid back on the box. As you can see, it fits nicely. And let me show you what you need, okay? Alright, so the first thing that you need are 2 pieces of cardstock that measure the same size. Mine are 6 inches by 7 3/8. Now you want the 2 pieces to be the same size because these are the top and bottom of your box. Alright, so now I have, is that Smoky Slate? Yes. I have Smoky Slate and Balmy Blue for my colors. And as you can see, I've already scored and cut this piece. But that's just for time's sake. I'm going to do that with you on this one. So basically, you're going to score and cut the exact same way on both pieces, except that for your lid, you're going to use that Simply Scored shim. And if you followed my channel when I've made boxes, you know this is a must-have. And I'll put a link down in the description for where you can go to make yours as well. This was from Miss Connie Stewart, and she did a wonderful job, so I'm not going to recreate that video. I'll just send you to hers. Okay, so I have the 2 pieces of cardstock, 6 inches by 7 3/8 inch, and we'll get this one out so that we can score it. You'll need your Simply Scoreboard and your shim. Now you're only going to use the shim when you're making the lid. When you're doing the base, you're doing the same measurements without the shim, okay? So let's put the shim on, and now you're just going to score at 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. Now a word of caution when you're using the shim and making the lid. You cannot score 3/4 of an inch on this side. You have to score on this side. And the reason is because it puts you farther out. It makes your box smaller, and the lid will absolutely not fit on the base. I promise you, ask me how I know. So, scoring on this side. Okay, so we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. Okay, very good. Now we can get rid of the shim and the scoreboard. And I'm going to go ahead and burnish all 4 sides before I trim. Now it's really important to burnish the lines on a box because this is what gives you that crisp and clean squared look. Alright, so you don't want rounded edges when you're making a box. You want squared edges because you're making a box. Okay, now you have 4 little squares on the corners. We're actually going to turn them into tabs, and we're going to cut on the long side. And the reason is because, let me bring this one in. When we have the tabs on the long side, it puts a little more reinforcement on the long side. So you need enforcement wherever you can get it, and the longer side needs more than the shorter side. So we cut it this way so that the longer side gets just a little bit more reinforcement. Okay? Alright, so cut your square, miter your square, make your tab, right? So cut your square, miter your square, make the tab. Flip it around, cut your square, miter your square, make your tab. Same thing here. Cut your square, miter, and make your tab. Alright, very good. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is put some glue. And I'm just using liquid glue. Well, maybe I'm using liquid glue. There we go. You know what? I think it's getting a little plugged up. That's okay. I will use a different one because I have a different one. Alright, here we go. There we go. Back on track. Okay. Liquid glue on all 4 tabs. I'm going to slide it to the side and do it on the others as well. I find that if you let the glue get just a tiny bit tacky before you try to hold it, it will hold quicker and better. Okay? Alright, now let's go back to the top. We're going to just fold the tab in and give it a press. Okay? Fold the tab in and give it a press. Easy peasy. This box is so simple. I love it. It was just a standard box. I've actually done a video showing you how to make your own box, how to measure and get the size you need for whatever your particular gift is that you need a box for. So you can find that down in a previous video. And we're going to do the same thing with the base of the box. So like I said, this is a really simple and easy box to do. Alright. And again, remember that now through the 31st of March, you are able to take advantage of the So Sentimental promotion that I offered, which is to purchase the So Sentimental bundle and a package of dimensionals or a Stampin' Blends marker. Pick the Flowering Foils Designer Series paper as your free celebration item. And when you do those things, I will send you a free set of rhinestone basic jewels so that you can complete these projects, which I think is a fabulous deal. And I love Celebration because you get free things. And the So Sentimental bundle is absolutely fabulous because you get all of these really adorable dies. So you get the stitched, scalloped rectangles, and you get these fabulous labels, which coordinate beautifully with the sentiments in the set. So you've got a thank you, a friendship, a happiness, celebration, get well, yummy treats. You can do tags. Super, super cute set. All right, so this is a really good one to have. All right, now before we do anything else, we're just going to slide this together and make sure it fits. And thankfully it does, because that would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? All right, so now that we have our box base, let us get to the rest of the box. Okay, so I'm going to use a piece of balmy blue cardstock, and this one measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is a regular card front size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And as you can see, I have already die cut a layer out of the center because, as you all well know at this point, I consider this free real estate. So you're not going to be able to see it. I did the same thing on this one. You cannot see it, so you might as well use it instead of taking up another piece of cardstock. So there's that. You're also going to need a piece of 4" by 5 1/4" designer series paper. And as you can see, I have already colored this background piece so that we can put it together. And then you're going to need a piece of 2 1/2 by 1 3/8" white cardstock. So 2 1/2 by 1 3/8" whisper white cardstock, and that is going to give us a nice layer for our label. Okay, so now for the colors that I used for the background, I used the Stampin' blends just like I've been doing all week long, and I've got dark purple posy, light flirty flamingo, dark balmy blue, light calypso coral, dark so saffron, dark mint macaron, and light pumpkin pie. And even though they're the light colors and they look pastelish when you've got them lined up together, as you can see, they've got enough brightness to them. If you use the darker ones, then they get a bit overpowering and they're not so soft and sweet. They're a little more bold and in your face, which is not a bad thing. If you want that, that's great. But those are the colors that I used. Okay, now easy peasy putting this together. Let me grab my snail. We're going to put some snail on the designer series paper. I'm going to layer it on the balmy blue cardstock. Attach this piece to the front of the box. And let me take the lid off. All right, I think I want that to be my top, so let me line this up like so. Okay, very good. All right, now for this piece, we're going to use the Your Friendship is a Blessing stamp, and we're going to bring in that textured floral stamp that we've been using all week long. And I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo ink for the florals, and of course our Memento Black for the friendship. So I'll go ahead and put tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. And I want it to be just a little closer to the left than the right. But top to bottom is a little elusive this far up. Hopefully it's straight. Remember to hold your sentiment for just a few seconds to let the ink absorb into the paper. And that's a little bit crooked, so I'm just going to flip it over because that's what our magical double-sided paper is good for. And I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Let's see, am I still in the camera? Okay, there we go. That way I can see and I am not in the camera. So you can still see, but I can still see, and that would be great. So there we go. Try this one more time. Hold it for just a couple of seconds. And all right, very good. Now let me see my scrap paper, and the floral print stamp. We're going to stamp this off 3 times because I want it to be light in the background, but Flirty Flamingo's kind of a rich color. And I'm going to use just this one flower right here. It's kind of by itself. So I'm going to just lightly tap, 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 stamp off once, stamp off twice, stamp off 3 times, and then onto the tag. And you can see that there's still plenty of color there, and that was stamped off 3 times. So the Flirty Flamingo is a really rich color. It's beautiful, but a little dabble do ya. Okay. Now, let me take some snail and put this on. Come here, tag. Just like so. Oh my goodness, do you hear that? That's my dog snoring. I'll see if I can get quiet and we can hear better. She's not going to do it now that I'm listening. Okay, now I'm going to take one of the big rhinestones, and you'll see here that I used, oh, I've lost one. I used the bigger rhinestones on here, and I'm going to have to put one on there because I lost it somewhere. Okay, let's see. Put one here. Oh, hold on, friends. Put one right there. There we go. I don't know how I lost that. That's weird. Okay, but now I can put the box back together and get some dimensionals for my label. Now, you want to make sure that you're putting dimensionals in the center of this piece so that it doesn't sag. Sagging is no fun. Alright. So, here we go. Pushing it down good. There we are, and right about in the middle. That looks pretty good. Okay, there we are. All right, now I'm using some of that Daffodil Delight Ruched ribbon because I think it is so cute. And I'm just going to tie the bow directly off the spool. That way I'm not wasting any. I love when I can do that. So, here we go. And we're almost finished, folks. This really is a simple project. I mean, all of the cards and the box were just very simple to do. They're very sweet. I loved how easy they were. Isn't that crazy? I love it. Alright, we're going to use a glue dot to attach the bow, so. You can hear that, right? My girl. She's getting old. She's my buddy. Okay, now we'll just attach the bow right there. Give it a little fluffing. Very good. And then attach the rest of our bling. So we'll go ahead and put one right there. And one right here. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Okay. Very good. Let's push them down to make sure they stay. Alright. There you have it, folks. Now let me get these cards. And they fit perfectly. Isn't that great? I love it. All right, and now I have 2 gifts to give away, so who wants one? All right, guys, if you have been following all week long and you're following this one now, leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about this whole week's series and the cards and the gift box, and let me know what you think about it. I really, really want to hear from you, and I love interacting with you guys. For those who have left comments before, you know that I try to make sure that I reply to everybody's comments, so I love interacting with y'all. It's a lot of fun. And remember that celebration is still going on now through March 31st. And so for every $50 that you purchase, you're going to get something free out of the celebration brochures, and that is while supplies last. So we have had a couple of things sell out already, and I don't know where the flowering foil sits in that scheme of things. So if you're interested in getting it, go ahead and put your order in as soon as possible so that you can be sure to get it. There are a lot of other really cute celebration items that you can get. Stamp sets and embossing folders and punches and, of course, the designer series paper. So be sure to check that out. And, of course, I'll put a link down in the description below to make it super easy for you. And if you're looking for something fun to do, if you're looking for some extra spending money or just something fun to do with other people, I would love to have you on my team as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This is so much fun, and I really enjoy having this as my business, and I just have a great time with it, and I would love to have you join us. So celebration is a great time to do that, because not only do you get $125 worth of products for only 99 bucks, but you also get this handy dandy little mini trimmer, which I absolutely love and I use it all the time. And then you get a pack of 6x6 designer series paper, and you also get to choose an additional stamp set of your choice absolutely free. And you can pick the most expensive one in the whole catalog if you want. So the stamp set, I think, is $34 for the most expensive one, maybe. And a Stampin' trimmer and a pack of designer series paper. The paper is 12 bucks. The trimmer is another 18 to 20. So that's just the extra free stuff, folks. And then you get $125 worth of products for only 99 bucks. Plus you get free shipping, which is an additional like $12 to $13 savings. So that's awesome. Anyway, if you have any questions about that or you'd like to know more, you can either visit my website, danasullivan.stampinup.net, and click the join button, or you can leave a comment down below, or you can find me on any of the social media networks by using the hashtag #TheStampinChick. I'd love to hear from you, and I would love to have you on my team. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye for now.